Good afternoon. Actually, I'd say evening. It's actually good evening. It is just after 6. We're riding in my favorite time of the day to take some casual spins. Beautiful evening. It's cooling off. We got that fine delta breeze blowing out the south. And we're on the camper. We're going part 3 of testing with that guy, the Shock Whizzaroni. And it told me to go hit some more drops and jumps. So we're heading to go hit some more drops and jumps. Check it out. See what the final reading is on this puppy. To hucking more sweet jumps, let's throw it back to earlier in the shop when I'm gluing up the last set of tires. I know I said we'd be final prep. Not really prep, we're ready to go, but I got another set of tires to glue up, and I had some folks ask me about my gluing process. So Cody, take it away. And welcome to the business side of Kinetic Cycles, the not so glamorous side of Kinetic Cycles, the back door, our tubular gluing vintage way. So I've had a couple of folks ask, they watched the video on how I glue tires, or actually they watched the video on me gluing and they want to know exactly how I was gluing. So I figured why not walk you through the process. There's certainly not a one size fits all type of a scenario. I definitely know that there are many different ways to glue tires and different glues to use and processes and all of this. This is how I do it, and frankly, if you got a track record that's working in the right direction, it's all you can do. So feel free to take it with what it is. If you like it, great. If you're looking to learn how to do it, this is a good step for it. But if it's not how you do it, feel free to disagree. Okay, that's all we're gonna say. Now the key to a good tubular reglue is the cleanup process. So we want to make sure that there's not a bunch of glue on the rim. Oh hey, my name's on it. There's not a ton of glue on the rim, and we're gonna want to get any big clumps off. This white stuff is tape. So this rim previously had a little bit of tape on it. This is just the base of the tape. There's really nothing there. It'll get absorbed in the first layer of glue. So that's not a huge concern of mine. But you want to get most of the big clumps off, which we have done. All right, next step. Take glue. So I use Continental glue. Tubulators. Most folks would disagree with me. Don't care. All right, it's been working for me. So, cup. Bada bing, bada boom. Pour it in. We're gonna be using lots, so we'll fill it up. Safety first. So last year, never used to glue with this. Last year I was gluing a bunch of tires before the season and was over in the corner at the shop, over in there. And well, kinda got a pretty good headache. I don't think it was very smart, so I figured best to invest in this.
Plus you look way cooler.
Alright, before we actually go there. So what we're gonna do, we're going to apply our first coat to the tire. On the base tape, all the way around, one nice little light coat. There you go. Just nice and light, pretty evenly spaced. Good, good, good. So now, step number 2 is to apply the same nice casual coat to the rim. So one on the tire, one on the rim. Largely varying from the traditional process is where I just glue all in the same day. So a lot of folks will wait 24 hours between each coat to let the glue properly cure. I don't. I just slap it on. Usually give it like 15-20 minutes in between each go. The other night when I was gluing 4 sets, by the time I get through all of them, it's time to go to the next. You just keep rotating. But we definitely knock it out all in a day. So that's a little varying technique. Coat 2, step number 3. Schlager back on the tire. And then now yet again another coat on the rim. Did I mention that it is a beautiful day in California? So good out here. Back to step numero 3. Third round, we're putting it on the tire. So this is a step that I sometimes include, sometimes I don't. It depends on the prep of the wheel, how it's kind of shaping up. 303s I can do hit or miss. I don't always need this. If I'm gluing up the 30 course wheels, I always use the CX tape. Now, this is not Tufo tape, it's not the Cafe Latex tape, it's a specific threaded tape straight from the motherland, Belgies, but it's a threaded glued tape that you add as a layer to the rim. So we've got 2 layers on the tire, we've got 2 layers on the rim. This is entering layer number 3, excuse me, there's 3 on the tire. This is entering layer number 3 on the rim. Now, you got your valve stem here, right? And what I'm gonna do is place it just past the valve stem. So that hole is the valve stem, just past it. And we're going to begin to apply it, push it down, and then fully seat the tape into the groove. Take your time. Once you put it down, it's generally not going to come back up. So make sure it's nice and straight. Alright, so it's on there, and we're going to run back through. Just making sure she's all the way centered in there. This equals layer number 3 on the rim. We have 3 coats on the tire. Now we're gonna wait a couple of minutes while that coat on the tire dries. We'll be back, we're gonna peel this off and then apply the last wet coat and slap her together. We will now remove the tape. Top coating. And discard. Now the last step we apply, I should have the mask on, but that's alright. We're going to apply a wet coat onto the top of the tape. This is now the sandwiching coat. This allows us to, man that does stink. Woo. This allows us to kind of manipulate the tire on the rim and then get it all working together. So nice thin application. Now this little section around the valve stem can sometimes get a little funky, so we throw some extra schmear on there. Like this. Take this. Come on. We have more space out here. Alright, so now I want to make sure you get the tread on the correct way. Moving forward, moving forward. insert it through there. Boom. And now gets the tricky part. As we pull the tire, put the tire on the rim, we want to keep it centered. And we're going to be applying pressure and pulling it downward. Okay. Sort of stretching the tire, centering the base tape. And then when it gets to the last step, you want to make sure you don't get the sidewall of the rim onto the tire. Sidewall of the tire on the rim. And it's like that. And we come and we inflate. Intermission. Our air compressor hose broke earlier today, so we have one instead of two. So now we're sharing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to center the tire on the rim. That wet coat is going to allow us to sort of manipulate it a little bit. Smidge more. So it goes a long way. And we are primo. We are going to store it for at least 24 hours. You want to give it a full time to cure. If you can, even push it like 36 hours before you ride it. Well, how about that? Alright, I think that's gonna be it. I shredded hard enough for the afternoon. Easy spin. More of that tomorrow in Vegas on Wednesday. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna not drag this on. We will see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be over and out. Peace.